As I had mentioned a few minutes ago, I went on a short walk, and when I went outside, checked the mailbox, there was a circular. If you guys know what a circular is, it's a piece of paper that comes in the mailbox that has shopping items from a few local stores like Safeway, Walmart, etc. And I hadn't seen a circular in years. I guess my housemate just must throw them out before she brings the mail in the house. Brought back a lot of memories, and I looked at it carefully. There's one from Safeway and one from Walmart. It seemed like, and I don't know if it's true, but it seemed like some of the prices were lower than what I pay by calling Instacart or GoGo Grandparent or shopping on Amazon. Even though, like at Instacart or GoGo, I'm shopping through them to go to Safeway anyway. Some of the prices did seem lower, even significantly lower, so apparently you have to have a special account with Safeway to utilize any of that, called what the hell was it called? Safeway For You account. So I don't know what all that's about, but I guess it helps them track whether their circular is being effective. You know, like in the old days, if you had a product out there and you wanted to know, like if you had a product like say you're selling T-shirts, and you used newspaper A to sell them in one town, and you used newspaper C to put in a ad in another town. When you were putting the ad in newspaper E for some other town, you would say, you know, if you send in a check, because back in the day, that's how we paid for things. Send the check to blah, 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 Department E. And that would tell them that, okay, that customer came from the ad that we put in newspaper E. So it's kind of like what they're doing here. I am trying to think of the names of any of the people that I've had on the show lately that I didn't mention in the last video. Oh, God almighty, I can't, I don't even know if I could call up, so to speak. I could probably, I don't know, I can't think of anybody, and by the time I queued up YouTube on the other phone, it would be 300 years from now, so I'm trying to do it from memory. All I can think of is the same people I mentioned last time, and I don't necessarily want to drive you guys crazy. I do work with real estate agents around the United States. So if you want to invest, in a certain city or certain state, you know, say you live in Florida and you think, oh, well, we've got some extra money, we'd like to create a rental property in Sioux Falls because my mom lives there, and that way we can have a excuse for a real business trip to go check on the property, and we can visit mom while we're there and all that tax-free crap. Then give me a call. Here are the names of the cities in the United States where I have called realtors over the last however long I've been doing this business, October of 2023. I'm just doing this from memory. Let's see, starting on the East Coast, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, although I haven't talked to too many people there, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Carson City, Nevada, Eugene, Oregon, San Francisco, San Diego are some of the cities. And of course, like everybody does, that if you, not that you'd have any reason to, but if you said, hey, Mark, can you kind of run interference on this investment crap and get me some initial information, and I want to invest in Buttfuck, Arkansas, then I would call the realtors in Buttfuck and see who, generate a list and see who was interested and who I thought was a decent human being. And so there's all that. Plus the other thing, I sometimes think of stuff. The other thing I want to mention, maybe you guys can give me some input. Over the last 2 or 3 years, I have worked with XYZ number of people. And with some of those clients, friends, I have become estranged for one reason or another. One person, I sent too many emails because I used to update. When I would post for people, I'd send them an email telling them I updated for them or I posted for them. Another person, we had a little snafu about the money. He had promised me money to pay for a show. I did the show, posted the show. A year went by, he didn't pay. Then I wrote an email. Well, then after the year, I called him. I said, here's this amount you owe, which was several $100s. I said, pay it, please. He said, well, I'll send you something. So then a week or two went by, nothing happened. Well, I just copped an attitude at some point because I needed the money. I sent out an email to him that was also a public email to other people that I know. I don't think it was to other people that he knows, because I only know one other realtor that he knows. I sent it to my people. And boy, did that piss him off in a deep way. I just couldn't, I couldn't believe how deeply upset he was and offended that I would do such a thing. I guess I'm just supposed to lick his butt crack and let him not pay me forever. But, that estranged us for, the rest of time, as far as I can tell. And he, I get paranoid, but he may or may not have also written an email to some of his realtors in the same city saying, hey, this guy did me wrong, so if he calls you, don't talk to him. But, if you're going to buy a product, please pay the bill. Within a year, and if he'd sent me a partial payment, I would have been fine with that. He just was, I felt like he was blowing me off. And it was very confusing because he is such a nice guy. He's just an unusually pleasant, handsome, relatively young for a realtor guy, extremely popular in his state, just lovely person, great father. You just couldn't find anything to say about him that was in any way even slightly anything but damn near perfect. And so with all that going for him, and he sells a lot of houses that are he's in a luxury state. So when he sells a house, it's like 2 million, 7 million, 8 million. And realtors make 3 to 6%. Shit. And he just sells houses he couldn't afford $200-300. So, blah, blah, blah. All right. So, but the point is, I work with a lot of people in a lot of fields, happy to help you navigate any errand online or thing you need to do for a small fee, because I need a little money too. And I live in Fremont, California. I'm also looking for blue collar work in my own city. The city of Fremont gives me, 30 one-way Lyft rides per month for $4 a month plus the tip that the driver would get. So I figure that to be about $10 one way, $20 round trip. I don't use the trips very much, but like to find a job in a blue collar setting, like a retail clerk or wash dishes or clean houses or do the inside of the house. Be a nanny, something like that, just that I could go to, 8-10 hours a week and get a paycheck. It would just really help. No kidding. Or if you think of some other kind of work that you think I'm good at. I mean, I'm not stupid. I just have some disabilities. It takes me a while to learn any one thing, and I'm good at rote work. I'm good at the kind of jobs that other people find boring. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm smart, and I've done all this other crap. Given 500 speeches and produced 1,000 videos, but that's not the bricks and mortar world. So, retail clerk, at a Burger King or I don't know, mom and pop shop or something. Nanny to your dog or nanny to your grandkids. I've been a nanny before. It's been 200 years ago, so I don't have a reference from them. But yeah, if you just, I'm in Fremont, my taxi will take me to Fremont or Union City, the next town over. So other than that, it would be a lot. It would be, $30-40 one way instead of 20. So anyway, I'm trying to learn how to ride the bus too. I used to know how to ride the bus years ago, but I long since forgot. Plus, I now live in a different county, but I'm trying to practice walking to the bus stop. It's about 2,000 steps to our bus stop from the house. So the point of all this is I'm trying to earn money rather than just come at you every month and say, send me a $50 gift card. I'm trying to find ways to earn money. So if you said, hey, I've got this small data entry project that I want done, and I'm not going to pay you by the hour, I'm just going to pay you, $75 for the whole thing. If it takes you 5 hours, great. If it takes you 20 hours, I don't care. I'm paying the same amount. And I could do that kind of thing, And money to me, I mean, $30, $40, $100 is real money still to me. So, all right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. I wish I had a joke for you.